What if we told you some of Hollywood's brightest stars, actors, pastors, musicians, have mysteriously disappeared or fled the country following Diddy's explosive federal trial? The feds are finally naming names, and it's sending shockwaves through the elite. From courtroom bombshells to international hideouts, the dots are connecting in ways that no one saw coming until now. If you thought Diddy's trial was big, wait until you hear who else might be going down with him. Buckle up. This is the list they didn't want you to see. T.D. Jakes exposed.
That's why people get on my nerves talking about who you should be seen with. I do homeless shelters. I walk in prison ministries. I deal with murders. I deal with rapists and kids because they're our children, our sons, and our daughters.
As a shock to many in the religious community, Bishop T.D. Jakes has been a spiritual advisor to presidents and a religious voice to thousands. Now he says it's time to pass the baton to a new generation.
The inclusion of Bishop T.D. Jakes in this growing web of scandal has left many stunned. For decades, Jakes stood as one of the most powerful and respected voices in the Christian world. His megachurch, the Potter's House, has been a spiritual home to millions, but now that reputation is unraveling fast. According to multiple court documents and whistleblower testimonies, including those from Diddy's former associates, T.D. Jakes was allegedly used as a tool to sanitize Diddy's image. The claims suggest Jakes helped Diddy rehabilitate his public persona, especially after disturbing allegations from former girlfriend Cassie Ventura and others began surfacing. One producer even claimed that Diddy used T.D. Jakes' religious influence to gain access to new victims under the veil of spiritual mentorship. What made things worse was Jakes' sudden resignation from leadership at the Potter's House, just days after the feds offered Diddy a plea deal to testify against his network. That timing couldn't have been more suspicious. Many interpreted it not as a spiritual transition, but as a calculated exit strategy. Then came comedian Cat Williams, who had warned the public almost a year earlier. In one of his most viral podcast appearances, Williams accused Jakes of being part of the other side, a group of high-profile enablers who knew what Diddy was involved in and turned a blind eye. Williams' words, dismissed by some as conspiracy at the time, now seem eerily prophetic. The media storm only intensified as churchgoers, fellow pastors, and even political figures demanded answers. How could someone with such deep religious influence be even remotely connected to this kind of darkness? T.D. Jakes' silence on the matter has only fueled more speculation. He has not issued a formal denial, leaving the public to wonder whether his retreat from the spotlight is an admission of guilt or simply fear of what's coming next. In a time when the public is seeking truth and accountability, T.D. Jakes' name is now etched into one of the biggest scandals in entertainment history. And if the feds have their way, he may not be the last preacher to face the music. Celebs in hiding. As the trial against Diddy progresses, a wave of celebrity disappearances has raised eyebrows across the globe. From sudden vacations to unexplained relocations, fans and investigators alike are questioning why so many big names seem to be running for cover. The federal list of individuals connected to Diddy includes some of Hollywood's top-tier stars, and some of them have seemingly vanished. First on that list is Ben Affleck, whose sudden separation from Jennifer Lopez came around the same time Diddy's legal troubles exploded. Though tabloids blamed relationship strain, insiders suggest Affleck was distancing himself from the growing heat tied to past connections with Diddy. The timing of his withdrawal and J.Lo's low public profile have been enough to ignite speculation. Then there's Jay-Z and Beyoncé, reported to be attending private events overseas, including a rumored Kanye West listening party in China. Their names appeared during jury selection as notable figures who may have crossed paths with Diddy during controversial times. Could they simply be trying to avoid media frenzy or something more? Usher, long known as Diddy's protege, was mentioned in Cassie Ventura's court testimony as someone who allegedly witnessed abuse and stayed silent. Following the mention, Usher reportedly left the country for Europe, citing professional obligations. Robert Downey Jr., Michael B. Jordan, and even Mike Myers were also named in the federal documents as individuals potentially called into court as character witnesses or for deeper questioning. While none of these stars are officially accused, their names being included suggests a level of association significant enough to catch the federal prosecutor's attention. These movements aren't random. They follow a pattern of silence, sudden travel, and public avoidance that speaks louder than any denial. With media outlets like Rolling Stone, USA Today, and even late-night hosts beginning to touch on the connections, it's only a matter of time before more names are asked to come forward. And let's not forget Leonardo DiCaprio, who's been spotted vacationing in Europe for months. Normally open about his travels, Leo has remained unusually quiet on social media. Could it be a coincidence, or is he distancing himself from a storm he's known is coming? In the court of public opinion, fleeing the country after being linked, however loosely, to a scandal as big as Diddy's isn't a good look. As the trial moves forward, expect the list of missing celebrities to grow longer. Because in Hollywood, silence often means more than words. Bieber and Fox allegations. Two of the most emotional names caught in the storm surrounding Diddy's trial are Justin Bieber and Jamie Foxx. Two men who had very different relationships with the music mogul, but are now bound by similar allegations and eerie circumstances. Justin Bieber's connection to Diddy began when he was just 13. At the time, Diddy took a mentor role, introducing Bieber to the world of fame, fashion, and celebrity events. But old clips have resurfaced, some showing uncomfortable moments between the teen star and the rap mogul, including Jimmy Kimmel interviews and red carpet footage that now look troubling in hindsight. When Cassie's lawsuit and the federal charges hit the public, Bieber went quiet. Then, in a rare statement through his representative, he acknowledged that while he wasn't a direct victim, he knew others who were. His fans, Beliebers, began expressing concern as his social media posts became more erratic and cryptic. The whispers grew louder. Had Bieber seen something behind the scenes that scarred him forever? But the real shocker came when Jamie Foxx, during a Netflix comedy special and a few live performances, appeared to imply that he had been poisoned and suggested Diddy was behind it. He said the tunnel he saw during his near-death experience was hot, and Puffy was at the end of it. Many laughed at first, thinking it was just a joke, but those familiar with Hollywood code understood what he was really saying. Supporters believed that both Bieber and Foxx were victims of deeper exploitation and manipulation within the entertainment industry, and that Diddy's empire had a hand in it. Old interviews, insider leaks, and fan theories are all painting a disturbing picture of what these two men endured. While neither has publicly confirmed every detail, the pattern is hard to ignore. A young Bieber, mentored by a powerful man, a healthy Foxx, suddenly sick after hinting at dark secrets. With Diddy refusing a plea deal and promising not to go down alone, it's very possible we'll hear more from both men, voluntarily or through subpoenas. In the meantime, the world watches and waits as the veil continues to lift on what may be one of the darkest corners of the entertainment industry. What's happening with Diddy isn't just about one man, it's about an entire system, one that's finally being cracked open. From pastors to pop stars, the fallout is only beginning. As the trial progresses, more names may come to light and more truths may surface. We'll be here to break them all down. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below. Do you think these celebs are truly running scared, or is it just smoke and mirrors? Let's talk about it.